to January 1949, around 6,000 Israelis, 1% of the population, had been killed.
What do you think would have happened if you hadn't won?
Well, the Arabs really gave the answer to that question, Jeremy. When someone said to them, but what happened to the Jews once you overrun them? He says, there won't be any Jews. They will have been drowned in the sea. And I have no doubt that it really would have been a Holocaust.
One estimate is that around 15,000 Arab soldiers and civilians were killed. Defeat made the Arab world even more unstable.
There was no balance between the forces of Israel and the forces of the Arabs. Because in wars, you don't only depend on the number of soldiers or the number of tanks. You have also to have political force, and you have to have a unity among those who are going to war. Unity did not exist among the Arab states.
Since 1948, the Israelis have built a modern state, the region's superpower, a homeland for the Jews. Palestinians believe it's all come on the back of their loss, and that troubles some Israelis too.
I have no doubt that the Arabs' deportation also helped the state of Israel. The truth should be said. It helped us because hundreds of thousands fled and new immigrants settled into their villages and towns. It's difficult to say, but this did happen. We didn't ask for it, but it happened nonetheless. On the other hand, the situation of an ongoing war, day after day, for 60 years, big wars with names, small wars with no names, the 1948 war is yet to end.
For all Israel's strength, its civilians still get killed by Palestinians. And with their civilians dying too, Palestinians believe that what they call the Nakba, the catastrophe of 1948, has never ended. The current peace process, sponsored by President Bush, will fail like all the others if it cannot solve problems that are hardwired to 1948. Partition is still on the agenda. They need to fix a border between Israel and a Palestinian state. Jerusalem is still claimed by both sides. And Palestinian refugees await a future.
Until 1948, that was a bare hill on the edge of Bethlehem. Now it's Dheisheh refugee camp. The original tents were replaced by permanent structures a long time ago, but there's no sense of permanence in the minds of the people who live there because for 60 years they have effectively been in limbo. The future of the Palestinian refugees is still one of the Middle East's great unsolved, politically toxic issues.
When the Palestinian camps were new, 60 years ago, Israel was absorbing hundreds of thousands of Jewish refugees and migrants. Now, almost all Israelis believe a mass influx of Palestinian refugees would destroy their state. A UN resolution on their return has never been implemented. Some Palestinian refugees, still dreaming of everything they lost, will not hear of compromise.